Hello everyone, welcome back to GW Add-ons. Today we will learn how to use the updated sidebar in the Gemini for Work add-on. If you haven't already, please hit the subscribe button so you won't miss any future updates. So before we get started, let me just introduce you to Gemini for Work. This is an incredible add-on for Google Sheets and Docs that brings the power of Gemini AI from Google right into your document editing workflow. You can find the Gemini for Work add-on by going to geminiforwork.com and clicking on install the add-on, which will take you to the Google Workspace marketplace, and from there you can install it. Okay. Once you install the add-on, you can come back to any Google Sheet that you have and go to the extensions menu and click on AI Assist for Gemini in Sheets and Docs. And you need to click on Open. This will bring up the sidebar. This is the screen that will open when you launch the sidebar for the add-on. We'll just go through each of the functions one by one. So first of all, let's see the API keys option. In the API keys menu, you can add, update your Gemini AI API key, which you can get from Google. So clicking on how to create a Gemini AI API key, this will take you to instructions as to how you can get a free API key from Google for Gemini AI. You can bring that back over here and update and save the API key. The next thing is the settings option. In settings, as you can see, we have a few different type of settings over here. The first of all, you can select the model, which is for now only Gemini Pro, but we are also adding Gemini Advanced. Apart from that, there's a temperature setting and the output length setting. So this temperature setting is basically how creative you want the AI to be to answer your queries. So zero means that means zero creativity, and the temperature of one means maximum creativity. Okay, so let's try some prompts. So you can go to any cell and type Gemini and give a prompt. Let's say write a tagline for a juice shop. Okay, so it's given you a tagline based on the temperature setting that is the default setting. You can also manually set temperature for each particular request by going to the temperature field over here and setting it within uh, creativity value between 0 and 1. Okay, so what we'll do is let's just take this prompt out for now, and we'll paste it over here, and we'll use this method. So okay, pure light every set. Now let's just change the temperature back to 0.1 and save it. The settings have been saved now, and we'll use the same formula. It should be A1. So it's giving a similar type of response for each of the prompt. Okay, we'll change it back to, let's say, 1, save it. A different creativity level. So this is how this temperature works. So but you can also, this is the this temperature in the sidebar is the default setting. the overall setting, but you can override this with uh, your value for a particular formula. So now this particular prompt will be a little bit different. It will give you a different creativity level. Okay. Okay. So the next part here in settings is the enable cache setting. So what happens is, if you are asked, if you're having a lot of custom functions within your Google Sheet and you want to refresh them all at once, you can reach the API rate limit, and also you can incur more cost with functions being refreshed periodically. So this feature, enable cache, is when you enable it, what happens is we store the request and the response within your spreadsheet for about 6 hours. And so if you call the API with the same prompt, it will get back to you with the same response that was delivered to you earlier. So let's do one more. And okay, let's make it so okay, so it's giving similar responses but different responses. Now what we'll do is we'll enable cache. Okay, let's remove this one and get one more. Okay, now we've enabled the cache now, and cache is enabled. So if now we ask the API, after enabling the cache, it will get you the response from the API. But after that, if you call it, it should give you the same result back. As you can see, the same result is back. So it's not going to the API anymore. It's just giving you back from the cache itself. So now if we disable the cache again, cache is disabled now. Now we call it, and it's giving you different responses. Okay. So okay. The next thing after the settings here is we'll go to the home. This is the screen which you'll be presented with when you open the sidebar. So there are three sections in the home screen, as you can see: the formula run, the custom run, and the token counter. So the formula run, as you can just see that when I clicked on the refresh icon, it showed me that there are 23 active formulas in the sheet and highlighted all the formulas. So these are all formulas. So the second part is the custom run, which is a very cool feature in this sidebar. So in the custom run, whatever custom functions we had, we have brought them into the UI, into the interface in the sidebar, so you can run it from the sidebar itself and not having to type custom formulas within the cell. So let's say we use Gemini list, and it's giving you the asking you for the prompt, and like let's say 5 ideas for spreadsheet workflow automation, and we basically, whatever the active cell will be, it will be applied to that. So apply to cell, which is the active cell in the sheet. So now we have two options, either to insert the result and then insert the formula. So let's start with insert result. So when we click on insert result, what it does is it takes this Gemini list function with this prompt, goes to the API, gets the response back, and writes the response into the Google Sheet in the active cell and not the formula. So this is now, as you can see, there is no formula. This is the result from the API. But let's say if we now want to insert the formula, so it'll just create the formula for Gemini list for this particular prompt into cell F14. Formula is inserted successfully. As you can see, this F14 has now a formula based on whatever settings we had. The temperature was 0.9, so temperature was 0.9. You can change for each of particular run the temperature and the model. So this is how the insert result and the insert formula works in the custom run. Another the feature of this home screen is the formula run. Now in the formula run, as you can see, there are 23 active and 0 error formulas for right now. The next thing is the replace formulas. So by replacing formulas, what we mean is that the formulas will be replaced with the result. So it won't call the function again and again when the sheet refreshes. So for example, let's see these two. Let's take these three. So replace formulas in selection or sheet. If we select the in sheet option, it will replace all the formulas within the sheet. Right now, I'll do the in selection option. So replace formulas. So for these particular, as you can see now, the formulas has been replaced for all the selected ones, not for this. So now these are the results are being written back as strings as a result and not a formula. So we can see, we can refresh it. It should auto refresh. We can see the formulas now in the sheet. Another thing is the regenerate option here. So the regenerate option is, let's say we select these two and we click regenerate in selection. So what it does, it basically calls the refreshes the formula in that particular selection. So now it has refreshed these two. Okay, let's uh, there's a point to note over here in the replace formulas thing is, for example, if we want to replace any list based formula, for example Gemini list, or any formula which has given which is giving the result in multiple rows, so we need to select all the rows and then click on replace formulas in selection, so that all the data will remain in the sheet. Now as you can see, the formula has been replaced, it's just text, so these are all text. So this is one thing to note over here. Another feature over here is the pause function. So when we have clicked pause, and sorry, so all the functions will be paused now. It won't call the API until we click on resume option over here. So when we click on resume, now these functions will be refreshed later on. The next option in the home screen is the token counter. So the token counter will basically take the active cell, the content inside it, and ask the API as to how much tokens will it count if we send this as a prompt to the API. So for example, if we have selected cell A1 and we've asked the token counter, so now it's telling us that the selection A1 has 6 tokens, 6 words and 30 characters, so it will cost for 6 tokens in the API. Okay. The next the next option in the sidebar is the functions list. So this is the function list where you can have the documentation for all the functions that is present in this add-on. So now if you want to, there are multiple links over here. For example, the documentation, if you click on that, it will take you to the documentation website for that particular function. And there's the example, and the video will also take you to the documentation part. There is another option where you can just click on the insert example. So when you click on that, it will basically insert this particular formula into the active cell, which is here right now. Okay, write a tagline for a cafe. Another will insert this Gemini list top 5 Google product names. So it has inserted that particular formula over here. Okay, the a very important feature in this functions list is the run option. For example, if you want to run this within the custom run option in the home screen, you can click on run and it will take you to the custom run part in the home screen, where you can just write the prompt and either insert it as a result or insert it as a formula. So you can go from the functions list to the custom run. Similarly, you can also go from here in the custom run to the documentation of that particular function. So moving from here and there. So it's easier to see the documentation for that particular function from the custom run. Okay, these are all info which will help you to put the correct prompt or the correct options in the functions. Over here is the prompt library. We have provided a curated list of prompts which can help you in getting the best of Gemini AI within this add-on. Let's see a few prompts. For example, the customer service section, and you can see there's let's remove all these. Okay, so now what we'll do is we have two options for each of the prompt. We can either copy to clipboard or insert in sheet. So let's just try this particular prompt. Write an email to inform my clients about a looming downtime of my website due to an upgrade. So we've clicked on insert in sheet, and it has created a formula with that particular prompt. As you can see, we have the email now for the upcoming downtime for the website. Okay, we can also copy the prompt to the sheet and paste it and then use it. Okay, so a template to explain the standard utility return policy. So it's given you a template. Okay, we have multiple categories over here. Let's say we take the sales option and click on insert in sheet. So what cross-selling opportunities would you recommend for my candle business? So it's going to recommend some cross-selling opportunities. And okay, so home fragrance and decor. So based on whatever the prompt that you give, uh, there's a lot more sections we will be adding to this list continuously when we get good prompts. So let's say send a pun-filled happy birthday message to my friend Alex. So the prompt has been inserted in the sheet. Okay, so it's giving you a good message, a funny message. So this is the prompt library. There's also the help and the feedback links within the home screen, from where you can just go to the website and ask for support if you have any, and we'll respond you as soon as possible for that. So this was all for the sidebar, and I hope you enjoyed this. So if you found it helpful, give it a thumbs up if you like the video, and let me know in the comments below as to how you'll be using this sidebar and what more features you would like us to add in this. So subscribe for more feature updates, and until next time, thank you.